Hey there, everybody. Hello and welcome to our YouTube Live. Hi, everybody. We have people trickling on in, so we're just going to give it a few seconds. Thank you for your patience. I saw there was a few people waiting in the waiting room. I'm glad you stuck around. So happy to have you all here. Welcome to How to Create a Magical Party Look with me, Rashina Green. I'm super excited. This is our third YouTube Live in North America, so I'm so happy that you've all taken the time to join us today. It's all about makeup. The last class that we had was all about skincare, so I'm super excited to show you all of our Pillow Talk products. I have a bare face on. I definitely have some of our skincare already prepped and primed, but we only have 30 minutes, so we're going to jump right into makeup. Again, my name is Rashina. I am the digital events manager for Charlotte Tilbury in North America. I'm super excited to have you all here to showcase our amazing lineup of products from complexion to color, including our beautiful skin franchise as well as our Pillow Talk franchise. I am broadcasting to you live from Los Angeles, so I would love to hear where all of you are from. I see Natalia's in Poland. Hello, nice to have you here. Oh, thank you, Tammy. This is really all Charlotte Tilbury skincare. Hello in Cornwall. So excited to have you all. All right, so just go ahead and put in the chat. What I want you to know here is for our YouTube Live, we have our amazing Team Tilbury chat moderator named Bryn. She's going to be putting in links to all of the products that I'm talking about. So what you can do is if you're loving something, go ahead and click the link. It'll take you to Charlotte's website. You can add the products to your basket and shop that way. We also will just be going from complexion all the way to lips. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get in there. Hello in San Diego, Scotland, Portugal, Miami. I love all my international and local friends. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. I have the bare face of skin already with Magic Cream, and I'm going to go right in with Beautiful Skin foundation. Obviously, it's well loved. I'm almost out, as you can see, and I use the shade 7 Warm. I want to know in the chat, has anybody had a chance to try this foundation yet? I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple pumps on my hand, and I'm going to start applying it with my foundation brush. So we have a few different foundations. Oh, hello in Dubai. Hello, friends. So we have a few different foundations, like I said. This is the Beautiful Skin foundation. It's a medium coverage. It's going to be really hydrating, but it also helps minimize pores. You can apply it with a brush, you can apply it with a sponge, or you can apply it with your hands. I'm telling you, if you've not tried it, it's absolutely amazing. I will do half my face so you can see the difference. What I like about it is it looks like your skin. So I have freckles, and I don't like to hide them because I think it makes me look really young, even though I'm almost 40. And so I don't want to completely cover them up. So I will just use the Beautiful Skin foundation because it still looks like me. So do you guys see the difference of, here's like my bare face. I've got a little bit of pink in my skin. And then here is my foundation on this side, and I'm using the 7 Warm, which gives me a little bit of a tan, but you know, I'm still living that summer dream here in Los Angeles. Ah, you use the 4 Warm. Love it. It's your face. Okay, love that. You know what? What I like to do, to be honest, Dido, is I will apply it with my hands, and I feel like it really warms it up. So if you feel like the texture is not it for you, try it that way. I've really fallen in love with the product by using my fingers most times to really just kind of blend it in, press it in, and then you don't get that texture feel that if that's what you're concerned about. Yeah, beautiful foundation. It comes in 30 shades. Oh, thank you. I wish I was in my 20s, but really it's Charlotte's products and her skincare really turn back the hands of time, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more here. I left my under eye area sort of clear of any foundation so that I can apply our new Beautiful Skin concealer. I want to know in the chat, has anybody had a chance to try our new concealer yet? The concealer is nice. It's a medium coverage. The one that we currently have, our Magical Way, that's more of a full coverage. So this one is medium coverage that I'm about to put on, and it's also quite hydrating too, which I love for under the eyes because nobody wants it to be dry under the eyes. Let's see. Oh, Yeah, great quality. I'm telling YouTube, this is where I like, these are my favorite classes. So here's my Beautiful Skin foundation. Again, I use 7 Warm. Now I'm going to jump right into our Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. So it's really in the name, right? You get this radiance. You can see the product right over here. Here it is. I love that. So I'm going to pop a little bit under my eye here and in the corner. This is what we call our eye lift effect. So if you have, dark circles under your eyes, this is going to really help with that. I'm going to use my fingers. If you have eyes that maybe are a little bit more bedroom eyes, I like to say, a little bit downturn, this is going to give you that nice lift. But you'll see how instantly brightening this is, which is really fantastic. Hello in Sicily. This concealer is great for 3 things. So it's really fantastic to correct underneath the eye. You can also use it around your face. So if you have any discoloration, maybe a couple acne scars here and there, redness, look at that. Do you guys see this lift on this side of my face? Isn't that pretty? You can also use it to contour. We're going to use a bronzer today, so I'm not going to use this to contour, but I am going to use it to do a little under eye. And also I have some hyperpigmentation around my mouth, so I'm going to use it to also conceal a little more because the medium coverage foundation doesn't give me as much coverage around that area as I want. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a little bit of the concealer just here and here. And I'm going to tap it to just give me a little bit more coverage. All right, so far I've used the Beautiful Skin foundation. Look at that coverage, nice. And I've used the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. And you can always go on charlottetilbury.com if you need help selecting a color. There's a foundation finder, or you can schedule an appointment with one of our Team Tilbury members and they will walk you through a color selection. All right, so I feel pretty good. Let's see how that's looking. Ooh, bright under the eyes, nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Beautiful Skin bronzer. So the Beautiful Skin story continues. I'm going to be using this cream bronzer. I love it because it just goes with the dewy look of the foundation. I'm going on with my Beautiful Skin foundation brush, or you can use any kabuki brush. Charlotte likes to say, suck in your cheeks and follow the hollow. So I'm just building it in. I'm blending it, giving myself that bronze. Because, when you use a foundation, it just kind of gives you more of like a flat base. So I want to create more shape, and that's what I'm going to do with this bronzer. I love that it's not orange. I love that it's not red. I love that it looks like I'm just sort of sun-kissed. I was out at the beach all day and I have a little bit of color. So love this. Very hydrating too. Sometimes when you do bronzers, they can feel a little bit drying or just too red. Charlotte's bronzer is just going to give you that perfect sun-kissed glow that still looks like you. You see that? I'm living for this glow, aren't you? Let's see. I'm looking at the chat. If you were a 7 Warm, how many shades lighter do you go? Well, the concealer, if you're talking about the concealer, it's a brightening concealer. So you would use, the same shade as your foundation for underneath the eye. Love this good bronzer. Yes. Okay. So now we've got our foundation, we've got our concealer, we've got our bronzer. What are we going to do next? Okay, I love a glow, but I don't like too much glow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my face with Charlotte's award-winning Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder. This comes in 4 shades, and I'm using shade number 2 medium. And I just want to use a very small powder brush. This is our Powder and Sculpt brush, and as you can see, watch, I'm going to go really close. Look at how this takes down shine, but it still looks like skin. Do you see how I have no pores when I use this? This literally makes you poreless and flawless. Do you guys see that? Sort of wet and glowing, but you still look like skin. Charlotte actually created powder because she just didn't love powder. She loves a glow, right? But we couldn't come out with a makeup line without a powder product. So this is infused with skincare. All of our products are easy to use, easy to choose, skincare infused. So this has rose wax and almond oil in it, so it's going to be very, very hydrating. And I recommend you getting yourself a shade. Again, it comes in 4 different ones. I use a shade 2, but I can also use a shade 1. So the colors are very versatile. And look at my skin looks super silky, super flawless instantly. All right, so now moving on to facial framework, I'm going to go ahead and put on some products for my brows. Charlotte is all about the supermodel of the 90s brow. So I'm going to start off with our brow cheat. And this is a super tiny microfine pencil. Like, it almost gives you that microbladed tattoo look. And when I tell you, it just gives you the ultimate fluffy brow. If you are like me and you've over tweezed your brows when you were younger, this is going to give that really full brow that you've always wanted. So as you can see, I'm doing very tiny, soft strokes so that it looks like little hairs. And don't worry if you think it gets too dark, because we're going to go in with the spoolie in just a moment to soften up these little dash marks. So little tiny dashes, little tiny dashes. I also like to elongate my brow a little bit, because I have a little bit of close set eyes where they're kind of very close to the center of my nose. So I want my eyes to look a little bit further apart. And so I just elongate my brow just a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the spoolie side, and I'm just going to brush up, and I'm going to soften those little dash marks that I've made, those little hair strokes. And in a moment, I'm going to show you how nuts this looks compared to the other side. Do you guys see the difference? Like, look at how full and sort of 90s supermodel this side, giving you Cindy Crawford brows, Brooke Shield brows, and then look at this tiny baby one. So let me go ahead and fill this one out. A shopping spree in your future. Same, I know. The holidays are upon us, believe it or not. It's already November, and every time I start to go shopping for gifts, I end up gifting my own self. It's almost like one for my sister, but also one for me, one for my mom, but you know, maybe I'll take a couple of these. So I'm a big fan of the saying, treat yourself. I might take that a little, too much to heart, but I like to call it self-care, Do what makes you happy. You earn your money. You all work hard. You want to feel good, you want to look good, you've come to the right place here at Charlotte Tilbury. All right, so let's see. Easy to gift for reals, totally. Oh, you're very sweet. Dido Matia. I like that name. Is that our Dido Matia? I like it. Still looks natural. Yes, that's the one thing I didn't want, is just an overdrawn brow. Like, I know sometimes we see these trends on Instagram, on social media, where, it's like there's a concealer involved and it's super carved out. I don't want any of that. I still want to look like myself, but better. So now that I've done my brow cheat, I'm going to lock this brow in place, because I do have hairs that kind of come down, and I'm using our Brow Fix. So this is a waterproof brow gel. It's clear. We do have ones that come with color, but I like this one because I don't want to darken my brow and I don't want to alter the shade that I already have. But I'm sorry, do you guys see the difference? Like, look at this fluffy old brow, and then look at this baby. So let's go ahead and do it to the other side. The products are a 10, I'm telling you, all of them. Skincare products, complexion products, color products, you cannot lose. Charlotte is so thoughtful in the ingredients she puts in her products, in just the finish of her products. She's never going to put out anything that people won't love. Look at that. Oh my God, you guys. I'm having a good brow day. Thankfully, you all get to watch it live. All right, so now that we have skin done, brows done, what are we gonna do next? Let's do eyes. So I have nothing on my eyes. What I'm gonna start with is this really cute set from Charlotte Tilbury. It's our Color Chameleon set. This comes with two different, I like to call them eyeshadow crayons, and it's a set. So it comes with the Pillow Talk Original, which is, nope, not that one. It's this one, so it's right over here, really pretty, kind of shimmery metallic, soft rose gold. And then we also have a really pretty smoky berry tone. And when I tell you, these are insanely, this is probably the most waterproof products that we carry. Would you look at this? When I tell you, when I go on vacation, if I go to the gym, I will use these because they do not come off. So I'm going to start with the Pillow Talk Original, and I just want you to know, if you are the kind of person that has no time to get ready in the morning, all you do is just swipe this on, just like that, and then very softly with your finger, just blend the edge, and guess what? You're done. Do you see how quick that is? This is that goof-proof, sort of 5 seconds, You're at a stoplight, you just dropped the kids off, you're heading to school maybe, and you just want to pop a little something on your eye to feel alive. There you go. And I could be done, but I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom, just like so, and a little bit on the bottom, just like so. And now I want to do a little bit of the smoky. So I'm going to get the smoky Pillow Talk. Are you guys loving this? The cream bronzer is not limited edition. Yes, Pillow Talk. These are so pretty. So I'm just going to tuck a little bit of this in the outside corner, like so. And then with my finger, I'm just going to give it a soft smudge. And I like to go up and out because, again, this is that sort of lift. Look at that. Do you guys also see how my eye looks sort of wider and bigger and it's not as close set? You guys want to hear a funny story? I went to a masquerade one time and I bought a mask, you know, the ones that just kind of go over the eyes. And that's the day that I learned my eyes were so close set, because when I put the mask on, the eyes were right here and they kind of overlapped my eyes. So I ended up having to get a half mask. Oh my gosh. I feel bad for my own self. But I was just laughing so hard because I was like, oh my goodness. I never knew how close my eyes were until that very moment. Sultry Monica, thank you. Okay, so now I just want to say that this is like, I could leave. I could be done with my eyes. However, I'm going to call this my base look. Because we want to create that sort of Pillow Talk party look, I'm going to use our Pillow Talk Party Luxury Palette. Have you all had a chance to see how amazing this product is? Like, look at these beautiful sort of autumnal shades, perfect for the season. I'm going to start off using this shade right here. It's kind of a reddish, what do we call this? It's like a burnt reddish brown orange terracotta. I don't know. I like it though because it kind of goes with this Pillow Talk color chameleons that I have. And I'm using my blender brush, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this into the crease of my eye. And if you are brand new to applying shadows, chin up and look into your mirror. Sometimes people want to do this and it's like hard. Keep your eyes open and check this out. I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm blending it. You could have zero skills whatsoever, but just blend this and it will look like a dream. Blend, blend, blend. And then you always want to blend upward and outward. Do you see how we're recreating this sort of smoky party look? Again, let's do this side. Chin up, going in the crease. Blend, blend, blend. You don't have to over dip your brush. A little goes a long way. A trick to a really good eye is just blend those edges. Like I said, you could have zero skills. So long as you just blend your colors together and you don't see where one begins and another ends. Do you guys see that? Pretty. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I've used this shade. Now I'm going to go in with this smoky brown shade. But it's got a little like a chocolatey brown to it. And I'm going to stick this in the corner. I'm going to make a sideways letter V. So it's almost going to look like a little crocodile. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to go over. I'm going to go up and I'm going to go over. Do you guys get the vibe there? And now I'm going to also just kind of softly blend it upward and outward. You guys, my eye is double the size now. And I love that because I have such tiny eyes. So again, up and over, up and over. This little crocodile is biting my eye, but the shadow looks so good. Are these shades same shades in the larger Pillow Talk? No, they're going to be a little bit different. Those ones have a little more pink tones, peach tones. There are a couple like brown ones, but this is definitely different. Are we loving this? What I'm going to do too is what I do to the top, I do to the bottom. So I'm going to grab my palette and I'm going to grab my little smudger brush. I'm going to dip it into that sort of reddish shade. Oh, I'm trying to do it into the camera, but it's hard. So chin down. When I do the top of my eye, chin up. When I do the bottom of my eye, chin down. And I'm just going to line the entire bottom like so. Do you guys see that? I'm going to line the entire bottom like so. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. And now I'm going to get that darker brown. Remember the darker brown I just put in the top corner? Where do you think I'm going to put it on the bottom? The bottom corner. You guessed it. So a little bit chin down in the bottom corner, connect it, Look at that. Her products are easy to use, easy to choose, skincare infused. Okay, my eye is looking good. My favorite part is coming up. So in the palette, I have a pop shade that's super glittery, but I also have this like shimmery champagne, and I'm going to tell you, this one's my favorite. So I'm actually going to go close to the camera. Look at this. Ready? Ooh. Would you see this? It looks like silk. It looks like I just layered silk onto my eye. I love that. One more time. Repeat. And look at that. Are you guys obsessed? So this is the Pillow Talk Dreams palette. 4 shades. Pillow Talk, you just, you can't lose. It's so gorgeous. Are we loving this so far? Oh, you have to try it, Michelle. You will not be disappointed, trust me. Aquamarine blue. Happy that you love our products. So now that I have my eyeshadow on, I'm feeling ready for the party. However, it's time for some eyeliner. So I'm going to do 2 liners, and the very first one that I'm going to start with is this guy, and this is our Exaggerise Duo Liner. So what I like about it is it's got one side, which is kind of a metallic-y champagne, and then I've got this side, which is a black, and this is actually waterproof, long-wearing, safe for the waterline. I have super sensitive eyes, so I love this pencil. I'm going to go in with the shimmery part first, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the inside corner of my eye because it just, do you guys see that? Just kind of makes it pop, gives it this luminosity. All right, did the other side, gorge. Now I'm going to go in with the black. Ooh, which palette is it? What are you talking about? Oh, the Exaggerate. Oh, wait, the palette I use is called Pillow Talk Dreams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off in the outside corner of my eye. I like to kind of just create an invisible line from the bottom lash line. I'll go close. And then I'll do a little dot. That's what Charlotte does. So I've got my little dot. And then I'm going to connect that to my eye. So now I know, oops, I could use my finger to clean this up a little bit. So there's my wing. And now I'm just going to create like a martini glass. You know how a martini glass looks like a sort of an upside down triangle? So with my eye open, I'm going to draw this line going into my eye. Like that. See? And then I'm just going to fill it in. Don't worry if it looks like crazy. For me, I have a hooded eye. So what I end up creating is what we call a bat wing. And listen, I probably should have had Q-tips handy. But I'm going to fill it in. And I usually don't go all across, but I'm going to be introducing you guys to a really cool new eyeliner that we have, and I'm going to layer it on top of this. So I'm doing the black all the way to the inside, which is really rare for me if you ever catch any of my classes. Okay. Do we love that? That looks kind of smoky and sultry. Sophia Tilbury is really such a babe, isn't she? She always gets mistaken for Rosie Huntington Whiteley, the supermodel, if you guys know who that is. Sophia is Charlotte's niece. Oh yeah, we're going to get to that liner in just a second. So let's quickly do this one. I could be here all day doing a liner, so let's speed up the process. I'm going in. This is my bad eye, I'm going to be honest, so hopefully this ends up looking really nice. We can always fix it up, all the details later. Are they going the same direction for the most part? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So going all the way to the inside corner, as I mentioned. Okay. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to overlap it or overlayer it with the new crystal liner, which is shown right here. Deet. Okay. So we've got my black liner on. Now to give it a little bit of that Pillow Talk party vibe, we're going in with the crystal liner. When I tell you, this is selling out in a lot of places. So if you want it, add it to your basket now. But look at this. Do you guys see that? Wait, where's my hand? It's got this really pretty pink metallic look to it. It's a liquid. So what's nice is I have already put a pencil on. So this is almost like I've created like a stencil. to just go over it. And I'm not going to go completely over the black. I'm just going to go over the top part of it. So I'm just going to very thinly, I'm going to go close so you guys can see. Wait, there we go. So here we are, and I'm going to do a little line just on the top edge. That's why I said it's okay if your black messes up, because we're going to clean it up with this. Do you guys see that? Isn't that fun? I don't want to open my eyes fully. We want this to dry a bit. I like to do the black because it kind of just gives, it frames the color. Look at that. Can you guys see? Do we love this? Ah, you do love it. Yes. I want you guys to try this. It's one of those products that it's very different than a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury products that already exist. Can we see? Okay. So it's kind of like that fun, perfect for the holidays, perfect for New Year's Eve. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is my bad eye. My bad vision eye, so we're going to try and make this as straight as possible. Do we love that? So again, the black really just kind of gives it a nice outline, and then the pink really pops when you have them layered together like that. Okay. So now to finish out this eye, we're going to just pop on a little bit of Charlotte's Pillow Talk Push-Up Mascara. I put the little baby one on here because I know the full-size one is sold out in a lot of places. But I like the travel size because I could just keep it in my purse or my pocket. And here we go. So what's great about this is you don't even have to curl your lashes. This gives you 24-hour vertical lift, just like so. And I really like that it also helps define my eyes. It makes the pink liner really pop, which is great. There's keratin in this mascara, so it's also quite conditioning. So if you have, you know, damaged lashes from years of wearing, you know, lash extensions or false lashes, this is going to help build that all up so that they're nice and strong. All right, put a little bit on the bottom. You guys try to do this with your eyes or your mouth closed. All right, so we have our mascara. How are we liking it so far? I love to use it on the lower lash line. It makes the eyes just literally double in size, as I mentioned. And now we're on the last part, and I'm going to use the same product for both. This is our Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow, and the color I'm using is called Color of Dreams. So what's cool about this is, number one, I'm going to use it on my lips as a stain. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm more of an eyes girl myself. I really like to do a smoky eye. I don't like touching up my lips a lot, so anything that can be a soft stain like that is my favorite. And then for the cheeks, I'm going to use the same product, and I'm just going to stipple this on to give me that dewy, pretty pink Pillow Talk glow. And I love this, especially if, again, you're using those color chameleons, you're at your stoplight, you dropped off the kids, you can just put a little bit of this on and you can get to work, get to school, get to your day going. So all of our products, again, easy to use, easy to choose, skincare infused. You know when you feel good, you just like zhuzh the hair. So are we loving this party look? Let me read in the chat here. Shop on charlottetilbury.com. This is where you're going to find the most amount of products. If you are loving Charlotte products, they usually carry them. Well, they always carry the most products anywhere over the department stores and Sephora. So you're absolutely going to love this. I always like to end these classes with my top 3 must-have picks. It's like trying to choose your favorite children. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to do Pillow Talk Dreams palette. Love it. Can't live without it. I mean, that looks really cool. So that's my number 1 must-have pick. Number 2 is going to be Beautiful Skin Foundation. I live in it, to be honest. Like, my skin looks amazing. I feel like it looks like my skin, but perfected. So foundation, eyeshadow, and then last, I think it's going to have to be the new Pillow Talk Crystal Liner, which I put down and now it's gone. Yeah. So that's this guy, the pinky metallic, where am I here? The pink metallic-y one. Absolutely love those. So if you want any more tips and tricks, please join our future classes. I would love to be friends with all of you. So follow me on Instagram. Bryn is going to put my name in the chat. It's at Rashina Green Artistry. Message me on there. Let me know what you were loving, what you're going to be buying. If you have any questions or need any advice on application, I would love to hear from all of you. It's been such a pleasure. I look forward to our next class together. Come and join us on Charlotte's YouTube Live. I'm so excited that the US finally gets to do these. You can also find classes on charlottetilbury.com under virtual events. So have an amazing rest of your day. I'm so glad you hung out with me this entire time. Happy shopping and happy holidays, everybody. Thank you. Bye, everybody.